Black Lives Matter leaders funnel donation money to friends and family. Doc show. Now, I said from the very beginning, Black Lives Matter was a corrupt organization. They're anti-family, anti-traditional family, anti-men, anti-heterosexuals. Um, it's a Marxist organization. It took the emotions of what was happening during George Floyd and took money from people and took that money and used it for whatever purposes they wanted, not to actually help black people. And I told y'all from the beginning that Black Lives Matter was funded by started off by Jewish individuals, not black people, and they don't care anything about black people. Look how they denigrate black men. Look how they. I mean, it's just sickening. And then also funded by two lesbians. Again, that has a disdain for traditional family values. And I called them out from the very beginning, and y'all called me all types of names, all types of Uncle Toms, and all types and everything else, which doesn't phase me really because I have the truth and I have facts on my side. And we have even more facts and even more truth here that we're going to be uncovering. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. All right, so let's talk about this news. This comes from Slay News' The Great Frank Bergman. And he reports that leaders of the Black Lives Matter organization funnel huge sums of donation money to friends and family members, new documents have revealed. The Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation reaped $80 million during the George Floyd riots and looting of 2020. However, the figure plummeted to under $29 million by the end of 2023 fiscal year, the Marxist group Tax Form shows. Much of the cash, which was donated by people assuming they were somehow fighting racism, was doled out lucrative contracts to family members and friends. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors resigned from the organization in 2021. However, friends and family of Cullors have received massive contracts from the charity with the supposed mission to, quote, eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted on black communities by the state and vigilantes. Nothing about black on black violence, which is more of a threat than any of this bullcrap white supremacy stuff that they're trying to make up. No white person ever stopped me from doing anything that I wanted to do. No one ever prevented me. No systematic racism or anything like that has ever stopped me from making money or doing anything that I wanted to do. So this whole white supremacy thing is just another way for people to complain and not do what they have to do to support their families. But I digress. Paul Cullors, the brother of BLM co-founder, received $200,000 in 2023 as Black Lives Matter head of security. His company, Black Ties LLC, raked in an additional $1.6 million for allegedly providing professional security services for BLM and its wealthy leaders. The Washington Free Beacon reported that Paul Cullors and his companies have accumulated more than $4.2 million, wow, for allegedly protecting Black Lives Matter since 2021. Since 2020, Black Lives Matter has demanded a national defunding of police. Hence the security, right? Last July, BLM celebrated a Defund the Police Week. And now ask me, how is this working in the black communities where they actually defunded the police? Are these communities better off now that they have less police on the street? We all know the answer to that is no. Crime has gone up, even though they try to fudge the numbers, and in some major cities don't even report the numbers. We all know that crime has gone up and is hurting mostly minority communities. So this defund the police doesn't actually help black lives. It hurts black lives. But they continue to push this because it's a Marxist organization. In a statement last year, Shalomya Bowers, a BLM board member and an associate of Patrisse Cullors, said, quote, this week we are demonstrating that one of the main pillars of progress in our short 10 years as a modern day civil rights movement. Wow. I can't help but laugh at that, is that we have made our demand to defund the police politically popular and achievable and a mainstream demand. Again, look at what's going on in our major cities because they're defunding the police. According to a tax return, BLM paid Bowers consulting firm $2.6 million for, quote, staffing and management services in the 2023 fiscal year. BLM handed out money to Damon Turner, the father of the only child of colors. The BLM GNF granted $778,000 to Turner art firm Trap Hills. I mean, just again, this is nepotism at its best, right? They saying white people can do it. Why can't we do it? It doesn't make it any less corrupt just because white people are doing it. They think it's okay because black people are actually doing the corrupt things. It makes absolutely no sense. Corruption is corruption, no matter the skin color. But that was their excuse for this. But the money was allegedly for work done at a concert series in early 2022. Turner reportedly no longer works with the charity. BLM paid Turner Company $969,459 for, quote, live production, design, and media, according to the group's 2021 fiscal year. According to the organization's 2023 fiscal year tax return, a combined $1.1 million was doled out to former Black Lives Matter Director of Operations Raymond Howard and New Impact Partners. New Impact Partners is a consulting firm owned by Danielle Edwards, who is Raymond Howard's sister. The news come after growing concern about how BLM has been spending its donation funds. The organization and its leaders have been using the money for extravagant property purchases, building up a real estate empire. Y'all know I've done videos on all their real estate that they've been purchasing in California and in Canada. Patrisse Cullors secretly bought a $6 million house in Southern California in October 2020, as Slate News reported. Cullors bought a mansion using funds donated to Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. In July 2021, BLM reportedly funded the purchase of a $6.3 million mansion in Canada as a present for the wife of one of the leaders. See, this is what I was just alluding to. I've done videos on all this. You can search it out. But the huge luxury property was formerly the headquarters of the Communist Party of Canada. You can't make this stuff up. They tell you who they are, right? I told y'all they were Marxist communists. Charity Watch executive director Lori Styron told the Daily Caller that Black Lives Matter, quote, has no independent oversight. Quote, whether a person loves this charity's mission or hates it, they should be angry that significant amounts of charitable dollars are being channeled to interested parties without adequate oversight in place, Styron said. Charities are expected to avoid both real and perceived conflict of interest to maintain public trust, but they don't care anything about that. This charity is doing the opposite. The optics here are really, really bad, and we can see it. They're gonna continue to take people money. Who is still donating to Black Lives Matter? I wonder. I mean, I don't understand how they're still receiving funds. Everyone knows how corrupt this organization is. But leave your money. Sorry. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.